Every great creative work stands on the shoulders of giants. Welcome to RetroInspection, where we examine and find out where the things we love today came from.
So we have Scrooge. We've got Bob Cratchit, his employee. We have Scrooge's nephew, and Scrooge goes home. Right? I mean, it's a class. Listen, how many retellings or adaptations have we all seen? We know the story, right?
The door knocker turns into the face of his dead ex-partner, Jacob Marley.
Marley shows up, warns Scrooge that he's going to be visited by these ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. And Marley explains that these bonds that I have created in life keep me forever in this kind of purgatory, where I have to look over all of the poverty and horror that I could have helped in my life, but now I have to watch people suffer forever until I'm somehow redeemed.
And there's a bit that doesn't make it into. I have seen it in adaptation, but briefly, Scrooge witnesses all of the other ghosts, the suffused, like Marley. Every now and then you see that. I think it doesn't make it into a lot of adaptations because it's expensive. It's expensive to depict. But he suddenly sees his world with all of these other doomed ghosts like Marley overlaid upon it.
Covered with people who could have helped in life but did not help in life.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, this story is not just about Christmas, although the setting is Christmas, and it is the perfect setting to talk about poverty and want. And it's a story of redemption and forgiveness, which is what Christianity and Christmas became, is, right? And one of the striking parts in this book, or in this novella, is when at the end of one of the staves with the Christmas present is dying, and somehow his robes are drawn back a bit, and Scrooge looks down at this kind of claw-like foot that's kind of poking out of the robes, and Scrooge asks the ghost, you know, what is this? And the ghost opens his robes and he shows these two horrifying children who are
ignorance and want.
Oh, yeah. I mean, malnourished, unkempt to the nth degree, diseased, and the ghost of Christmas present said, "This is ignorance and want, and you must beware of them, because they will take over the world." And for Charles Dickens, who tried to do as much charity as he could in his life, founding these schools and everything, who saw that education was a way for these impoverished children to better themselves and find a better life. To me, that's really what this book is about. It's about a warning to all of us in the real world that we must beware of want and ignorance. We can solve want and we can solve ignorance if we give charitably to our fellow human beings. And that's essentially what this story boils down to. Do we want to do that? Well, Scrooge starts off and he doesn't want to do it for... I don't know why he doesn't want. Maybe actually I do, because Dickens goes through with the Ghost of Christmas Past all of the the not necessarily terrible, but heartbreaking events that go on in Scrooge's life, and they aren't radically different than anybody else had in that age or in any age,
Yeah.
but they were enough to harden him and make him only care about
Money.
himself. Yeah,
But money.
and
Specifically, he's a miser.
right, and
He doesn't want to do this on his own, and he sure as hell don't want to be taxed.
He doesn't even
tax and story,
he doesn't even do anything with the money. It's just earning the money. It's just getting the money.
He doesn't even comfort himself with it.
Right.
Even an expenditure on his own behalf horrifies him. He hoards.
And what is that telling? What is Dickens really telling us in this story? It's this thing
for starters.
Well, one, yes, and the things you can take with you, you should do, right? It's kind of the reverse of what Marley is suffering.
Yeah.
Right, because all the money that Marley earned in his life was the thing that was weighing him down in the afterlife.
Indeed.
Was all of these lockboxes full of treasure that he earned, but never gave away, never did anything useful with, never helped his fellow man with. So ironically, in Dickens' story, you can take it with you, but it's what keeps you in purgatory and kind of a hell.
Yeah, I suppose to a point, you take it with you.
Yeah.
And you dead end there forever.
Like, subscribe, repost, share everywhere. To see what else we're up to, visit xynobooks.com, xenobooks.com.